Elise tried everything to focus on her studies. She had midterms coming up, thick business law books stacked on her desk, and an endless to-do list. But none of it mattered when she could hear him. Through the thin walls, Lance's voice carried, sometimes a lazy hum, sometimes a laugh into his phone, sometimes just the careless rhythm of his pen tapping against the wall as though he knew she was grinding her teeth in the next room. Finally, Elise had enough. She marched over, flung his door open without knocking, and froze. He was sprawled on his bed in a loose tank top and joggers, hair still damp from a shower, scrolling through his phone. "Do you mind?" she snapped, hands on her hips. His eyes flicked up lazily, a slow grin spreading across his face. "Oh, I don't mind at all." Elise's glare sharpened. "I meant the noise, Lance. Some of us actually study." He set his phone aside, propped himself up on an elbow, and tilted his head. "You're wound so tight, Elise. One day you're going to snap, and I'd pay money to see it." "You're impossible," she muttered, turning to leave. But then his voice stopped her, smooth, low, almost daring. "Stay a while. You're already in my room." Her stomach flipped. She should leave, slam the door, and pretend he didn't exist. But curiosity tugged at her. Slowly, she turned back. "And why would I do that?" "Because," he said, patting the space beside him, "you look like you could use a break. I promise I'll behave." That was a lie, and they both knew it. Still, Elise sat down, perched on the very edge of the mattress, arms crossed defensively. The bed dipped under her weight, and suddenly, the space between them felt charged. "See?" he murmured. "Not so bad, right?" She rolled her eyes, but the heat creeping up her neck betrayed her. Lance leaned closer, his tone shifting into something softer, more serious. "You know, you're not as boring as you pretend to be." Elise blinked. "Excuse me? You act like the world will end if you get a B on an exam, but I've seen you." His gaze held hers steadily. No teasing this time. "When you laugh, when you let yourself relax, you're actually kind of amazing." For a moment, Elise forgot how to breathe. Nobody had said something like that to her before. Certainly not with that much intensity. Then he smirked, ruining the moment. "And you're really cute when you're flustered." She shoved his shoulder. "You're ridiculous." He laughed, grabbing a pillow and tossing it at her. She retaliated, and within seconds, a full-on pillow fight broke out. Elise shrieked as feathers threatened to burst free, Lance laughing so hard he nearly fell off the bed. Okay, truce!" he gasped, hands raised. Panting, Elise sat back, hair messy, cheeks flushed. She realized she was smiling, genuinely smiling, and that terrified her more than anything, because the line between annoyance and attraction was getting thinner by the second. The following evening, things got even crazier. The boarding house had lost power during a sudden thunderstorm. Elise hated storms. The loud cracks of thunder made her jump every time. She was sitting in her room with a flashlight when Lance knocked. "Scared of the dark?" he teased as he stepped inside, holding a single candle. "I'm fine," she lied, hugging her knees. "Sure you are." He placed the candle on her desk, the warm glow softening his sharp features. "Want me to keep you company?" Elise wanted to say no, but when another clap of thunder rattled the window, she nodded without thinking. Lance sat beside her on the floor, close enough that his knee brushed hers. They sat in silence for a while, the only sounds the rain and her quickening heartbeat. Then he leaned closer, his voice low. "You know what I think, Elise?" "What?" she whispered. "I think you like having me around more than you admit." Her breath caught. She opened her mouth to protest, but no words came out, and Lance just grinned like he already knew the truth.